Hi, we're two dudes, 5 feet. I'm Dakota.
And I'm Jacob.
And once again, we're joined by Michaela.
Hi.
Today's going to be a little bit different than normal. We've got 3 tier lists lined up for you all.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a little tier list medley, we like to call it.
And, we'll probably do a couple of these here and there.
Yeah.
But as you can see, our first one, Scooby-Doo TV shows.
Oh, yeah. We got all of these right here.
Yeah, I'm sure
Real oldies. And
between all of us, we've seen all of them.
Except Vilma.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us
No,
have seen
I know
that.
I haven't. But let's hop on into it with our first one. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
The classic.
The classic.
The OG. The original gangster.
The original.
The cap popper himself on the block.
Where all the classic monsters were introduced.
Oh, yes.
And they've derived all of their source material off of for the later shows.
Yeah, yeah, everything. It's the foundation that we didn't know such a fandom of content was to be created off of.
Did you know that all the scene backdrops for Scooby-Doo Where Are You were actually hand-painted?
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
they're so pretty.
They are really good, yeah.
Where would we rank the old original boy?
You can't go wrong with classic.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with classic.
But I know
Have you watched it
I know
recently?
they've made improvements.
I actually have watched it recently.
I know
Alright,
they've made
alright,
improvements.
alright.
I've seen the more recent stuff. I know the recent stuff is a little bit better in quality.
I don't want to give it S.
I think
No.
it deserves A.
A. I think A.
I can respect that. I know it's not S.
No.
Simply for the fact of how old it is, the style of
And there are
animation,
other ones that are
the problems that came with
probably
using that
better than
style. Yeah.
Yeah, which at the time though, greatest show.
Look, this is probably the greatest cartoon of its generation.
Yeah.
Still doesn't deserve S,
It
though.
ran long. It gave us everything we wanted to. Really, I mean, besides how old it is, there's nothing wrong with it, I think.
No.
Yeah. No, it was
There's
cool.
just been a lot of improvements to Scooby-Doo as a whole
Yes.
since then.
And animation has gotten progressively better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which we're sticking with the old schools. The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. It was probably, I literally believe it was like 13 episodes long.
Yeah, like one for
I
each
always-
one.
each ghost, yeah.
One for each ghost.
Maybe a finale episode. or opener.
There was never a finale episode actually.
Nope, they
Oh,
just
There
did the
was-
13
there
Ghosts.
was,
and
there was a
then
movie
cut.
that came out a couple years ago that was the 13 Ghosts, which closed the whole
The
storyline
story.
of that.
Oh,
Which,
they
you know,
ended it with a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha,
Which,
gotcha,
you know,
gotcha.
came
You know,
out
20, 30 years later.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
years after that show had come out. So
Oh,
20 or 30.
People voiced that, hey, you guys never finished this, and we feel like it didn't have the ending that it deserved, so they went, all right, retcon, let's write a movie.
This show only had, as with the next 3, or at least the next 2, only had as their main Scooby-Doo gang, Shaggy, Scooby, and Daphne.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I think Scrappy was in 13 Ghosts as well.
Huh.
I think so. I think all 3 of
Yeah.
these ones, this one and the next 2,
Scrappy-
were all Scrappy.
Yes, Scrappy was in the 13 Ghosts.
That's-
Him
that's
and another
interesting.
character, Flim Flam, who was one of the characters they introduced into the show specifically for this, was
Flip plan.
walking with. Yeah, he was a little haggler, like a little kid haggler on the street, a con artist.
Yeah,
Literally a
con
master
artist.
con artist
Yes.
at like the age of 13.
Oh. 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, right. He might have been a bit older, a bit younger. Who cares?
I think he was younger.
I
mean-
think for where we put it,
Obviously, you guys know more about it than I do.
It was good.
it's good for what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was
good for what it
good.
is.
But I think compared to what else we're gonna be doing, I'd put it in C.
See?
I agree. I think it's C tier. It's not bad.
If they
the
would've
episodes are
finished-
good.
The episodes are good. They're well written. But if they would have finished it a lot sooner, I think it would have been B, maybe closer to A. But it took them 30 or so years to get it finished.
Yeah.
Alright, the new
Revisit it.
Scooby-Doo mysteries. So this one is the one where Shaggy was following Daphne around as like her camera crew, and she had the like TV show where she was going and solving mysteries.
I vaguely remember clips of this stuff. Yeah, I remember seeing
And
some of this.
yeah, it's an interesting one.
It's
This
a
is-
weird
This
take.
is the saga. These 3 shows are the saga of Red Shirt Shaggy.
Yes.
Yeah, right. That's right. Red shirt.
All of those were in these 3 shows.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in the
okay.
movie Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, when
Yes.
it's the red shirt Shaggy, that means
It's
that
in
everything that red
reference to
shirt
the-
Shaggy did was in these.
was canon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay. I do vaguely remember seeing the image of this.
And then
Is bringing it back.
even in like the newest, the Scooby-Doo The Thing Ghost movie,
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy was wearing a red shirt, and Fred and Velma were like, "What's with the red shirt? You always wear a green shirt." I think it was literally brought up in it.
Yeah.
Where would we put this weird take? Kind of
Um.
a different position
So hear me out, guys.
for a story.
Alright.
Hear me out. I think this one belongs in B.
B?
I think it is progressively
big.
better than 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
It ran longer. It had more to it
More
to just
content. Yeah.
more to judge it based off of. And I think it was just a little bit better done
Yes.
than 13 Ghosts as well. I don't think it deserves to be up in A with the OG.
Yeah.
I think B is the perfect spot for this guy.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm okay with B. B's. That's
From what I
was gonna
remember.
suggest.
Yeah.
Now, the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show, it's very similar. Has those 4 characters as the lead.
Kind of meta
And
level of content.
I think occasionally in this show you had Velma and Fred show up.
Is like
I
guess or
often,
whatever.
not often.
This one was. I have not seen some of these in so long that my memory is like, I don't know. But this was the one where Scooby and Scrappy were like the main 2, and then
Yeah.
Shaggy and Daphne were just kind of
Exactly.
there.
They were the side
They
characters.
were
Yeah.
support
Yes.
characters. Yeah.
Was there a talk show in this one or something?
I think this
I
one
think
was a
that's
talk
the
show.
style.
I think
I
that
was
was
gonna say this one was a talk show, right? And Scooby and Scrappy were like,
Yes, the
yeah, they were the hosts.
yeah.
And then C.
I
think
agree.
C.
I
think
agree.
yeah.
It was not great.
I don't remember much, so that's totally understandable.
All right. The new Scooby-Doo
The new
movies,
Scooby-Doo
though.
movies brought
Hear me
back,
out. Hear me
the
out.
whole group. And this
The guest
one
stars.
had guest stars.
All the fucking guest stars.
literally-
Batman.
And
Literally
animated
every-
into it. Yeah.
Like, literally every episode had a guest star, whether it was a voice actor or like a prominent character like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Literally, Scooby-Doo meets Batman and Robin.
This is like the golden show for Scooby-Doo memes.
Yes, it is.
This is where all the crossovers and like all the older crossovers happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a show later on the list that had crossovers as
Yes.
Yeah.
And then this is the show that brought back having the whole main crew,
Yeah,
not
all
just
five.
And
the
then
3
this-
or the 4.
This, I think, was also the one that introduced, if I recall correctly, all the crazy, like, side characters that, like, Scooby and other characters are related to.
Oh, like
It
Scooby's
started,
grandma.
yeah,
Yeah, and
kinda
like
stuff.
his cousin who's
like
mentally ill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Where would we put this?
I want
But-
to put it in A.
From
I
what-
also want to put
From
it
what
in
you
A.
guys are saying, it sounds like it's an A.
I like this one a lot. It was really good.
The guest features.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
The style, they really tried to do right and go back to the Scooby-Doo Where Are You style.
Yes.
But in just an updated,
Go back to its
refreshed,
roots.
better looking version, which was fantastic.
Yes.
Really well done.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo.
I don't remember much of this one specifically.
Yeah.
It might have been probably, if I had to guess, a shorter running show.
Probably.
Since I don't remember it all that much.
Or maybe it wasn't good.
Or maybe it just wasn't good.
It wasn't
And you don't
good.
remember
Which-
because it wasn't good.
It got meddled between all the rest
Exactly,
Yeah.
which in the case could have very well been.
Yeah.
But I'd say since none of us remember it all that much,
D.
D.
Put her in D.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta go.
of it. If it's not rememberable and it's still got Scooby-Doo in the title, that you did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Alright. A pup named
Pup
Scooby-Doo.
named Scooby-Doo was
This was my shit.
the early 2000s. There's a new age of kids. We want to redo Scooby-Doo.
This is when
They made them
they
all
were,
like
Made them kids.
little kids,
Th-
like 5, 6.
This
No,
is
even
when
6, I think.
any long-running show with a big fandom at a certain era of just show making writers decided to do off shows where the characters were kids, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yes,
The entire series.
that was out at the same time as this,
Yes.
and they were my two favorite things to watch
That's
together.
what I'm saying. Like, there's a little era
But
of
it
just
was
story
also-
writers for all these different shows, just making
Which
this spin-off show.
comes into
as
the
young-
generation of,
yeah.
they're parents and now parents.
Yeah.
And so we want to get them into it.
Yeah.
Let's start them young
Exactly.
with a young show.
With
Yeah.
a young little new kid. look.
Honestly,
I really liked the
I
Scooby
loved
Doo.
it.
It was adorable.
the
it
like,
had all the
the
characters.
comedy, the like crazy,
I remember the
absurd
comedy
stories
they
they had in it. It
Were
was all,
hilarious.
I think it was all felt together really well and done well.
I think so too.
But,
I remember the writing was good.
Yeah, I would wager.
A. Or
I was gonna say S.
you're saying S.
It was. I think it was done exceptionally well. Obviously, compared to some of the lists we have later, I think it was done.
I love the show. This is like one of my diehards. This is a hill that I will die on for this show.
Yeah.
Shows. I don't think I agree with putting it in S tier though.
Okay.
I think it should be like high A tier.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite good enough to do S because look at the shows that we have coming up. We have What's New Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
which is our generation's like hallmark when it comes
Yeah.
to Scooby-Doo, and we have Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
I know what I'm saying.
You want to put all three of them in S tier? You think a pup named Scooby-Doo deserves to be in the same tier as those two?
I think for its time, obviously these two are progressively newer.
Yes.
For its time, of all the ones we have listed, I'd wager that was one of the best ones. It deserves to be up there. Maybe not specifically S if you guys don't agree with me. I'm okay with going A. But
Well, yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve to be at the top.
what are your thoughts, Jacob?
Because ultimately we're gauging it from now. It's not like we're having to transport ourselves and be in the perception or mindset of when it
Yeah,
came out.
our views on it.
Ultimately, I would put it A. I don't feel confident in it. I'm fine. High A. I'm
Yes,
fine with that.
top of A,
I think
for
it's
sure.
definitely better than the original due to the simple fact of the animation style. I think we have to pay respects to the old style, but I think any show that we're going to put in A tier is above the original simply because of the animation.
Yeah.
The faults at animation, yeah, the backdrops are beautiful, but it was the style of animation that they did. It had just a lot of problems, and that's it.
Yeah.
Problems that you can deal with. I would say high A for the simple fact of trying to do all. I look at each show with the same merits as all the others, like writing, animation, wacky twists or whatnot, enjoyability, things like that. I'm trying to look at it in every facet, and I feel like it's a high A. I think it's a high A.
Okay.
I wouldn't feel right giving it an S.
Okay.
I think it's right at that. I think it's the gatekeeper.
Okay.
I think it's the gatekeeper to S. I think that's where it belongs.
Okay.
Like, it's important and foundational, and I think if you can do everything that they did right with the show, and then
Make it better.
add on to that,
That's
that
what makes
deserves
it
S.
S.
Okay.
I think that's what makes the others that hopefully will put an S.
Okay. I don't know how much you guys remember.
Get a clue.
Shaggy's and Scooby's.
Get a
Scooby-Doo,
clue.
Get a Clue. That was like 2005 era on one of those kids. WB
Yeah, WB. Yeah.
Kids WB.
Yeah.
With all those other shows.
Look at Shaggy's fucking shirt in that one.
It was
Yeah, the
progressively
blue and
the
white stripes.
craziest shirt and style change of all the shows
Yes.
we
Yeah.
either are going to see or have seen so far.
Yes. Do we like the style changes that they tried? That's the real question.
Style change with what was coming out at the time.
Uh-huh.
They were trying to match with what all was coming out.
Yeah.
Which,
Ride the
you
wave.
kind of have to
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, right the wave.
The biggest thing against it is that it's only those two
Yeah.
And they might make a mention of the other 3 gang members, but it is specifically those
It's
2.
just the power duo.
And they get a supervillain as an arch enemy, basically.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he was like some crazy professor guy.
Yeah, and like the whole
Yeah.
series is them
And like
slowly getting to the point where they can catch him.
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
They were at this point, I think, in this show, like kind of spies in a way. I don't want to call them straight up spies, but they were kind of.
It was kind of like a Get Smart
Yeah.
kind of thing where they were adopted into something.
Yeah,
To try and stall
I
it.
think I see a B with it. Like it's definitely not good enough to be an A.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve D because it was still good nonetheless.
Yeah.
But between B and C, I'm somewhere in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I didn't watch very much of this one.
Yeah.
If any.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You guys might not have a.
I remember seeing the logo and stuff, and with you sharing a little bit more of like the plot. I remember watching some of it at least.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a huge Scooby-Doo like stans
Yeah.
or anything. Like, if it's Scooby-Doo, I'm gonna watch it. You know, I wasn't that kind of person.
Yeah.
So I really didn't pick up on this one all that much. If I watched a few episodes, it was because I only wanted to watch a few episodes.
Or like it came
Kind of
on
thing.
either before or right
Yeah.
after a show you were watching, which I
Exactly.
think is how I caught it. But like I was like, oh, it's Scooby Doo. I'll sit down and watch it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't go wrong.
I'd say with what you guys are saying, I'd put
C?
it in C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it going.
I was feeling C. Alright, the hallmark, the
What's-
quintessential.
The one that we all grew up on.
What's new, motherfucking Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
The intro song.
What's
fucking
Scooby-Doo?
phenomenal.
We're coming after
It
you.
is
You
so-
can't beat Simple Plan.
Exactly. With Simple Plan repping the theme song, and then they were able to make guest appearances in the show as an ongoing band throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
Of the main Scooby-Doo shows that we've covered so far, this one and Scooby-Doo Where Are You have the most recognizable theme songs.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
These are the only 2 that people even know when
They
it comes
had
to
the
theme
badass
songs.
opener.
The art style drastically changed between everything else.
Yes.
Gave it a crisper, newer look.
Yeah.
And I think the stories that they had from it
Were so good.
They were good, along with the movies that they
Oh my god,
came
the
off
Scoobies
with.
the movies that came out at the
With, like,
same
the
time
same
with this.
animation style.
Oh my god, they were so
were really
good.
And almost every episode had like, or maybe not every episode, but had a musical note in it.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
was
Some
done
song.
phenomenally well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where it was written and sang specifically for that episode.
See, I'm glad that you mentioned the movies because the movies for Scooby-Doo were way more up my alley than any of the shows.
Because there was
Any
the
of the shows.
Scooby-Doo and the Abominable Snowman
Yeah.
when they were up in...
There's there's the one where they go to Japan.
There's the one where they go to Australia and
Australia.
they see the
the
vampire.
vampires,
Yeah.
that one's good. The
one of my
Loch Ness
favorites.
Monster one.
Yes,
Yep,
that's the
Loch Ness
Sarah.
Monster.
All of those, fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, so
Because
good.
Daphne is Scottish.
Yes.
And it brings back a bunch of old characters we had met in the previous show.
it sticks to
the
Most
roots.
specifically, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yeah, it
But
sticks to the foundation a little bit.
Yeah, and it introduces new characters, a lot of memorable characters, and characters that show up more often than not in a single episode.
I'm just gonna do that.
I agree with it.
Yeah. I think it's definitely better than anything in A.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think we have to put it as
All right.
with what we have in A.
Yeah.
For sure.
Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Yeah, the 2015, maybe a bit earlier than that.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's like 12, or anywhere between 2012.
All I
and
know
2015.
is I was in high school.
Yes, we were
Yes,
in high
we
school
were.
or getting ready to go into high school.
Yes, which would have made it like 2013.
Yeah.
at
Something
the
like
earliest.
that. Yeah.
It was with the art style change
Yes,
drastically
yeah.
into a darker show.
Different arm.
This
Yeah.
is my favorite one.
Honestly, this
Different
is
animation.
probably one of
Unashamed,
Wow.
unashamed. I don't care what anyone says about it. It used to get so
the-
much hate when it
one-
first came
still,
out.
No, it still gets a lot of hate.
I don't care how much hate you give me in the comments. I want to read it. This is my favorite fucking Scooby-Doo show.
It is done exceedingly well, where they stepped back away from just random episodes.
Yeah,
Where, like,
yeah.
at a different
There's an
location each
actual
time.
overarching plot line.
There-
Imagine.
Exactly. There's an overarching plot line, and the twists and changes that they slightly make to each character,
Are so good.
they're really good.
Yeah.
And,
Not to mention,
and even there's character growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's
not
just-
Fred?
Yeah.
Fred's
exactly.
character growth?
At the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the show, Fred is just a dumb trap setter who
Yeah.
like trends with traps. And
He has no emotional intelligence. He's got no people skills, really.
throughout the show, he grows.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the intro's pretty.
The intro's pretty good. It's not. It's not
in a
a
different
What's New-
style.
It's not a What's New Scooby Doo
Exactly.
intro.
It's-
It doesn't have the song as much. It's mostly just instrumental.
But with this
They
show,
experimented with a different style.
With this show, the experimentalization with it ended really well.
It killed it.
I think it
They
paid
killed
off.
it.
They killed it.
They what I loved is that they turned our favorite kids show into a slightly
Teen
darker
show.
teen,
Yeah, like
show,
teen show.
growing up with us.
Yes, and it was
Exactly.
so good.
I want to put it in this.
I also want to put it in S.
I think it's better than anything in A, similarly to What's New. I think it deserves it being right there.
Be
I
Cool
can see that.
Scooby Doo is the.
This is one that I have not seen.
It is the
anything
newest
about.
adaptation that came out within the last 5 or so years, if I recall correctly.
Well, and Scooby Doo.
Oh, is that the one with the weird animation?
Exactly.
Like the
where
weird
like
eyes?
where like fucking Fred is like drawn kind of weird, and but he's got like a cleft chin where you can clearly see he's got like the dimple in it.
Yeah.
It's got the really weird art style. It's meant for the newer generation of kids.
Yeah, it's meant to try and revamp it.
I saw a bit of it. I wasn't a fan of it.
I have not seen any of it.
I tried watching it and I couldn't make it through a single
Yeah.
episode with the animation style. It was just strange. It was just
Yeah.
strange. Like there's nothing wrong with trying a different animation style, but I think it's more of like a generational watcher thing
Yeah.
where ultimately because we're older and we've watched and we grew up watching all of these other ones and stuff, and seeing the different animation styles, I think it's just like it's created that disconnect. For me.
And I think this is also for the next generation,
The next
much
new
like
fans, yeah.
from Scooby Doo, Where Are You? Into a pup named Scooby Doo.
Yes,
I think it
exactly.
falls in the same trend as that, but obviously, for us, we didn't get into it that much.
Yeah,
We're,
yeah.
well,
we're
putting
we're
in
also grown adults who don't really necessarily have the free time to sit down and watch cartoon anymore.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the two of us at least. I don't know about you,
Yeah,
Dakota.
no, I have a lot of spare time.
I know you do.
D.
D. All right.
We obviously haven't watched enough of it. We
Yeah.
can get into it.
Yeah.
D.
Which I think is the exact same thing we're about to run into with this one.
Well,
Scooby Doo and Guess Who?
Yeah, so this one is the equivalent to the new Scooby-Doo movies. It doesn't follow the same art style as Be Cool Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, the art style is very similar to What's New Scooby-Doo in its kind of crispness.
It's close.
And
yeah.
it's like clothing choices and stuff for characters. This is literally the new Scooby-Doo movies, but newer. So they'll run into a lot newer characters, newer people,
Yeah.
and maybe even the same ones from before. Because in this one, I know they for sure did a Batman and Robin crossover.
Right. Yeah. I remember seeing that.
I obviously didn't watch too much of it,
Yeah.
but I'd say C or B, because just the concept alone, and then being able to bring in new famous people into this one, or even people from the older ones, like, oh my gosh, it's you! We haven't seen you in X years.
Yeah. The way it's sounding with your description of it, it sounds like they're trying to do catch the magic that they got with What's New Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Where they're trying to stick to the basics, the roots, and obviously I think because of that, it doesn't deserve C. I would say B for the simple fact that we don't know much about it.
B?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say B. Just because what you're talking about sounds like it would be really good, in here if they did it well. But we haven't watched enough of it to really know. So I'd say B. I'd say B.
I'm okay with that. A final one on the Scooby-Doo list.
The hot trend.
The hottest trend nowadays, Velma. I've heard people talk about it. It's nice that they were trying to, when it was coming out in the trailers and stuff, a standalone show with Velma as the center character.
Yeah.
Which they've never done before.
They never had done before. But like at least in all the other ones prior to the show, Scooby was in it.
Yes.
The titular character has been in every show. They just straight out don't acknowledge Scooby as a character in this, or even have him. I think there's 3 different things named Scooby in this show. Like, if not more.
Some romance character for this other Shaggy character.
Exactly, and just the change that they did to all the characters.
I think they lost it.
Exactly, I think they walked too far away
from the original content. The idea.
For it to be prevalent. I know some people might have enjoyed it. We didn't catch on to it.
I will say, I will give it this. I can tell, just by what I've seen of it, like clips, even a full episode. The animation style is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Credit to the animation team that did this project. They deserve love for all the hate that the show has gotten. I think the problem was directing and writing, 100%. The animation style when like she's having a panic attack, fucking cool as hell. And I would have loved if they didn't lose the spirit of Scooby-Doo like in the other shows. Like if they did another style of show similar to What's New Scooby-Doo or even Mystery Incorporated in this animation style,
it would be a hit
with a different story plot.
It'd be a hit.
I think it would have sold like cocaine.
Exactly, they went the wrong way about it. I think that's really what it was.
I think it was writing and directing, and I think they probably had a really good idea on board, but they lost it somewhere.
Exactly,
they lost it somewhere. The wokeness nowadays, and with all the like bland writing, and then the obvious like self-insert for Velma and stuff based off of the director, all that jazz.
Yeah,
and the voice actor.
It's different. It's too different, and it doesn't fall in with any of the.
Honestly,
voice acting was bad.
Honestly,
too.
I don't even think the wokeness is necessarily the problem here. I literally just think that they took too big of a departure from what Scooby-Doo is supposed to be about.
Yeah, they left the source material.
And I understand that like. Velma isn't necessarily meant to be a kid's show. Velma is more aimed at the adults who grew up with Scooby-Doo.
It's aimed for us.
It's aimed for us specifically, but I just feel like it misses the mark too much.
Yeah, it walks away too much from the source material.
Yeah,
that's simply all it did.
It gets lost.
I feel like
if the plot was just a couple steps closer to what normal Scooby-Doo is supposed to be, it would have been a hit.
If they would have followed the source material a lot more, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's our thoughts on Scooby-Doo. Give us a minute, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, and we're back. As you can see in front of us, we've got probably one of our hottest topics we're going to be talking about: school water fountains.
Yeah. This is actual tier list. We did not make this. We found this. Someone else definitely made this either for a project, or I like to think it's probably people our age, drunk house party, and they decided to make this.
This would have been me.
Because some people got into an argument about them.
This would have been me. I would have been the one to make this.
Yep, 100%. Obviously, there's going to be some stipulation and bias, but that's, every video.
I'm sure between all three
leave
of
it
us,
in the comments.
We grew up with most of these.
Yeah.
So, if you don't like what we have to say about water fountains, shut up and leave it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll fight you.
This old boy.
Brick.
We're going to refer to this one as the brick.
The brick.
I have distinct memories of it back in 3rd grade, where the water button on it was basically broken.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It was loose.
Or you'd have to push in really hard on it.
Yeah.
But the water that came out of this, though.
Ice cold. Right. Ice cold. It was probably right on the other side of the wall of the fucking freezers in the kitchen.
Okay, so hot take. I had the exact opposite experience.
This was hot water? This was the nasty boy?
This was the water fountain that you avoided at all costs at my school.
Oh, damn. Interesting.
You went to any other water fountain before you went to this one. Because this one was right by the locker rooms.
Right.
Okay.
And it was bad water quality compared to our other water fountains.
Okay.
Well, you're also from a bigger town than us.
Barely.
Bigger town than me.
I was about to say, he's from a
Bigger
bigger
town
town
than
than me.
Everyone's from a bigger town than you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, my
I
grades in
think
class were 100.
ultimately, I think it's B.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of right in the middle.
It is.
It's hit or miss.
Yes. it's
Because like
either-
some of them got the janky button. I think
Exactly.
the button breaks easy.
Our
but
button
then
was oversensitive.
Yeah,
So I-
exactly.
yeah. And as soon as you push it in a little,
Exactly. It
yeah.
would either be oversensitive or really loose.
Yep.
The water.
The office.
The office.
That's an office
This is
jug.
the
That does
office
not even
jug.
count as a water
No.
fountain. That needs to go in D tier.
This actually was around a lot of schools.
No.
Yes.
Because they wouldn't actually afford.
They wouldn't be able to
put
afford a
pipes
full
in.
water fountain.
And so
or-
they would have to use one of these.
Or it'd be in like a room that they wouldn't want to put a water fountain in, like the band room or something.
Band room
At least
or
for
some
me.
shit.
There was one in the band room.
I just.
I did not have any of these in school. I only had one of these when I worked at that shitty ass job.
What I love about these ones,
Yeah.
cold and hot water.
Yeah. You could have hot or cold. Yeah, it gives you the option. Refills. You have to use a cup.
Yeah, you gotta use your cup.
Wasteful. It has to be refilled.
It has to
so,
be refilled.
So there's an actual
Downside.
huge downside that you could be walking up. I'm gonna get some water. That bitch
It's
is
empty.
empty.
Yeah.
That bitch is empty.
And you can't change it. You gotta wait for one of the teachers to finally get around to it, or a janitor.
Look, guys,
None of these other water fountains have that problem.
I was going to say A.
No,
but
fuck A.
but I will agree with you guys and put them in D.
D.
Thank
It's for the simple fact that you literally have a chance that you are not getting water from it.
And, it's a sacrifice some of us have to make.
Although I do love the little wax paper cups.
Right?
I always loved like crunching that in my fist afterwards, like
See, I liked
Made it
chewing.
better.
I liked chewing on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. A lot of people did that.
These next two are very similar, so we're gonna just talk about both of them because I think one's just for shorter people, and so
Yeah,
both
yeah,
will be-
yeah.
Well, one just gives you the option of someone can drink from the one next to you while you're
Exactly.
also
Yeah,
using the Phillips.
Which is uncomfortable.
Exactly. Have you ever sat there and tried to drink at the same water fountain while
Someone's filling their water or drinking from the bottle.
Exactly. When
No.
Jake, if
Yeah,
Jake and I were to go shoulder to shoulder at the same water
Yeah,
fountain,
they're too close together.
they're too close together.
They try to do the nice little,
But you also
a little
gotta-
jaunt.
you also
but
gotta remember that
whoever's
these are
drinking
made
on the
for
bottom
children.
screwed up. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Kids are gross.
So, C.
I would say this one C.
I love
this
the concept.
one
A.
That one is A tier.
I would
that
say
one is
A.
a great
I-
water fountain.
because why do you have the
We-
multiples?
We have one of these at work. Actually,
Yeah.
we have multiple of these at work.
Yeah.
Colleges have a
Yeah,
lot.
colleges have all of those.
Yeah, it's the new model. It's the new thing.
It's the new
It's
hit.
great.
And it's doing great. It's doing great work.
It's doing the Lord's work.
It's doing
Yeah.
what it needs to do.
The bowls.
The bowls.
I have never experienced
I
this.
have actually never had these. No, I've had these once in a school, and then I find these most of the time out in playgrounds.
Yeah. Playgrounds are really big.
Their
here.
water arc is really nice.
Yes,
Other
yes.
than that,
Everything else is lacking.
C.
See,
Everything else is lacking. The water arc is great. The buttons are
Exactly.
always.
Oh, like it's
you-
a twist knob.
It's
not even a
weird
button.
twists. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the little twist action bull crap. Because God forbid, you make it more difficult for a child to get water in a first world country.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do the twist when a button is suffice? I don't get it. I think C.
Yeah.
now
I
speaking
think we're right on
of
that.
Yo,
at public parks,
I love
Public
these
parks,
blue
these
ones
things,
so
man.
much.
these ones
Yeah,
are really
yeah.
nice because they also
Yeah.
got the little dog bowl
The- yeah, the
figure
little-
ones for
yeah.
pets when you take them to the park.
Uh-huh.
Wait, those are for pets?
Yes, Dakota.
You fucking people.
You would see someone drinking up at the top one and be like, shit, man, wasting water, and just get down on all fours.
Yeah.
I call bullshit, but okay.
I know there's a different subtype of this one that has a foot pedal
Yes.
Yes.
for activating the water, and
Which is
I
so nice.
love the foot.
I
pedal
like the
ones.
foot pedals.
I'm thinking A.
I also think
I
A.
think it's A. You feel B?
I'm feeling B.
You feel
I
B
feel
more?
A.
Because I don't see these in schools more.
That is, yeah.
We never stipulated that.
We
we
never
did
What
this.
are
stipulated
you
that
talking about?
outside of
All of
school.
these other ones we've been talking about being in school.
Because they're only ever in schools.
Exactly.
They're nowhere else.
What are you talking about?
Why would you have it
This could be
anywhere
on the
else?
school playground.
Yeah, it could be the playground one.
If it wasn't for the dog bit,
Yeah.
No, it's
I-
look,
I
you
think
could-
A.
You
I
could
think A.
add 3 more different
Yeah.
water fountain sections on that if you get rid of the dog bowl. And then
No.
4 different people
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
say could drink off.
Could drink off of it. I mean, we looking at the design of most water fountains in any facet, they are not made for customers.
Yeah.
The engineers that made this shit,
No, they're like, nah.
bar this one where they're actually putting in an effort.
Yeah.
Mediocre effort at best, but still an effort. They're blocky, the weird double deckers crap. They're not in it for the customer.
Yeah, you know what? All right, fine.
They're also not in it
As
for
is.
aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are ugly, gross looking weird things, man.
Okay. This next one, I refer to it as the brick backboard.
Backboard, yeah,
I-
boy.
I've had both this one and the brick one.
Mm-hmm.
This one never had a problem with its button.
Yeah, this one had a sturdy button.
And for some reason, I have a backing on it. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. The
Honestly?
backing actually holds the cooling effect for the water.
Okay.
Yeah, to make it cold. Like it's a bunch of that. The pipe goes back and forth in there to
Okay.
cool it, and it's got the stuff for the cooling sensation to make it cool to lower the
Yes.
temperature. I
I never had one of
The-
these.
the backboard would always have the water splash you.
Yeah.
You always,
The ones that I had, it would
Okay.
like
Was it-
I think it's the water,
water
pressure
pressure was too much,
up,
right?
and yep, and it would either hit off or hit you, and you would always get a little
I
twitch
never
on
had
the
a
shirt.
problem with that one.
Or on your glasses.
But yes,
man.
the water pressure on these
Glasses.
ones were really good.
Mm-hmm.
They were good, not terrible. So, S.
I don't think this one deserves S, but I also never had it, so this is a YouTube decision, and it'll just be the tiebreaker.
This is literally so far the best water fountain we've had. Bob Little complained the water pressure is too good.
It is, yes, it is good water pressure. Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
Was yours that little tongue lap above the faucet? You know, the opening for it. Was that metal or was that rubber?
Mine is metal.
See, mine was rubber,
Oh,
and this is why I
Hey.
agree.
I think the next one should be S tier.
okay.
This is why I am agreeing with you specifically for S.
Okay.
Only if it's one with a rubber top.
Okay.
Because with the water pressure
Yes.
and being able to move that tongue, you can control how far out it goes to the left.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So
Okay,
somebody,
yeah.
depending on its location in the building,
You
where
see,
someone is,
mine, that was broken. It was like hard plastic, not a metal.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't move it. So if you wanted to, you'd have to put your hand there.
Yeah,
But still,
yeah, yeah.
water pressure.
only if it's the malleable tip.
Okay. This next one. I have seen this so many times.
This is the quintessential.
But here's the thing. It runs
Uh-huh.
into the same problem as a funny little guy here.
Yeah, they're too close together.
They're too close together. They're
I
spaced.
would agree with that.
Well, I think these ones
Have a little more spacing
are
than
wider.
the other ones.
I think these are wider.
These are wider. Mhm.
Because all
Yeah.
the older water fountains were like wider.
Yes.
In the newer
These
water
are
fountains,
wide
they've
boys.
slimmed them down a lot.
Yeah, they really have.
I don't know.
They're cheaping
Kayla
us
wants
out.
this in A.
She wants an S.
S, that's what I meant. I
Yeah,
wanted it
yeah,
in A.
yeah.
I think A, this is a good water fountain.
Okay, here's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
I think because these are the ones that I had in high school,
Yeah.
and I think they eliminate they look the same, but with them being wide and there is that tiny little gap.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there is enough space that you can be, both drinking from the water fountain without on top of each
There's
other.
enough gap where you're not,
Yeah, I think
they
they
shoulder to
fixed the
shoulder.
problem that this one had, even though this one's newer.
Okay.
I think they tried to make it better, but they lost it.
Mm-hmm.
They Velma'd it.
If you would.
If I dare to say, I think they Velma'd it pretty bad from the original.
Okay,
And I think this is the original. I would argue S tier
Okay.
because some of them had the malleable tops.
Okay. Well, we'll put it in there, you damn heathen.
I think they just did it well. I think it's the foundation block.
Yeah.
For all the good ones.
Now this next
These
one.
these ones.
There's a man jumping on top of that.
This is in fact a man,
I think
doing a flip off of it.
Yeah, these ones are sturdy ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And they're spaced.
Yes, indeed. Proper spacing.
And these are, if I recall correctly, kind of in between the stages of the brick one and the one we just put in S.
Exactly.
I'd
think
say
they're kind of right in the middle.
I think we put him
Top of A.
top of A.
Top of A. I was right there with you, man.
Yeah, he's fine with that. He's fine there. Yeah, we'll just throw him in there.
Bah. Top of A.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. That feels right. That feels right. Here's the real question.
Yeah.
One thing that I might, it's enough for me to bring it up.
Hit me with the chief.
Do you believe this one deserves S? It's the new age.
No.
No, you don't think the filling
The
bottle
reason why
enough?
is if you don't have a bottle,
That's
you're
not
going
useful.
to drink out of that.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the chance that someone else, I've seen it before, someone else will just come in, you're drinking out of it.
And put their fucking
Honestly, I've
while
seen
you're
it.
drinking.
That's probably
Okay.
what you'll run into.
Okay, hold on. I don't think that's a problem with the bottle. I think that's a problem with society as a whole.
Exactly. So,
I
i.e., the model's the problem, so we keep it an A.
Okay. All right.
Well, that was water fountains.
Yeah, that was
We've
water
got-
fountains. If you disagree, leave it in the comments. We'll fight you.
If you think we're right, leave a like.
Leave a like. Yeah, I mean, like it either way, but yeah.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
cool. And give us some more likes.
Yeah.
Really helps the algorithm.
Yes.
We've got one more ready for you guys. And
Yeah, this one's a doozy.
This
one's a. If you thought, oh, Scooby Doo, and then you saw this and went, what the fuck? Oh, just
the next one.
Just you wait.
Well, give us a minute.
Yeah.
We'll get it ready. All right, and we're here with our final final tier list of this video. And as you can see,
It's a doozy, like we promised.
It's a doozy.
It's out of pocket.
We are, mind you, gauging not just Danny DeVito,
But these pictures.
but the
of Danny
pictures
DeVito.
themselves. Because you cannot judge truly the facets of Danny DeVito.
No.
No, you really can't. You really can't.
But pictures of him.
Yes,
we can.
we can do that. We are but lowly men.
In comparison to the high and mighty Danny DeVito.
I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia because he makes like 50% of the show.
Yeah. when he's finally added in like season 2 or 3, yeah.
No, he's in the first season.
Not much.
Yeah, he gets his own arcs and shit. He gets his own stories all the time.
I don't think he joins until after season 1.
Yeah, it's first season.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, he's a main character, bro.
Well, I know he's a main character,
Yeah,
but
all the
I
way
didn't
through.
think he was in 4th season.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't
Oh, yeah.
watched it all the way through. The Penguin.
Remember, images.
It's not the
It's the
character,
image.
It's the image. Because half of these.
My go-to's deep.
That's how Ugly as Sin did what it needed to do.
Exactly.
He did a good job, did what he needed to do. Ugly as Sin. It's the nose, man. It's missing the cute button nose. It's missing it. It's missing it.
Eminem DeVito.
Eminem DeVito from the commercial for M&M's. DeVito.
DeVito.
Mavito?
DeVito.
I would put him C, maybe B.
I was gonna say
like
B.
middle.
I think
It's just a meh.
I think this one's kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah,
Or
it's just him wearing a shirt.
If we feel like I want him C.
Yeah,
Looking at what we have next, I want him C.
yeah. Okay, next.
I want this one.
Okay, this I believe is from an episode of
I think so.
I could-
Always Sunny in
I could
Philadelphia.
believe it.
He is sweating profusely
Yes.
because I believe he's tripping on LSD
Okay.
or some other hallucinogenic, I believe, or poisoned himself with raw
B.
meat.
I want him in B.
B. That's B. That's B material right there. That's baby.
Yeah, that's baby. Now, this stock photo almost of Danny DeVito.
This is him at just some rewards.
Exactly.
Some red carpet.
Look,
Yeah,
he's dressed up. He's looking baller.
Oh yeah, the smile.
Eh.
It's the little troll of a man, just beaming,
Right, exactly.
beaming with joy.
Exactly.
Including this one, beaming with joy.
I want this
Or
one.
something.
I want this one in it. That's what I want this one.
It looks like it's a candid that he's just noticed the camera.
Yeah.
And he like looks behind the camera seeing you and goes, just to try and make you laugh, you know?
Or either that, he's either getting ready to be scared or enormously happy in whatever this picture was taken in.
True. Yeah. You should, yeah. The joy. Now, charming DeVito.
I don't know. This one,
Charming DeVito.
it looks good.
He's younger. He's still got the swag.
I don't know.
He just noticed the camera and went, Sylvester Stallone. You know? You know that's an impulse smile. You know he doesn't actually want his picture taken.
Yeah.
But he's still there. You know? He puts the effort.
So what you're saying is you want this one in S?
No.
No.
I want to be.
B? Okay.
It's not a genuine, like, it's not, that's him, like, posing.
Yeah.
That's him being goofy. This is him, like, I didn't want to get my picture taken right now, but I'm being polite. This is the polite, like, safe face smile. This is, I'm posing for pictures. This is, I'm being goofy, you know?
Okay. This one. I want this one. Dare I say it?
This one, like, a kid shouted at him or something. And he's, like, giving... It's like his kid shouted at him in a crowd.
Yeah. It's what I like about this one is the eyebrow raises.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to do that.
No.
He did it.
For us.
For us. S.
S on this one? I don't know. I think there's definitely some others that are S. I think this is A.
Okay.
I think it's A.
Okay.
I'd put it A.
Okay. Now grizzled DeVito.
Oh.
Where he's starting to get his facial hair.
Grid Vito. Oh.
Gravito.
Gravito, man.
Grisvito.
Grisvito. The longer hair.
The salt.
What do you think? Because I'm sure I'll agree with you where he goes.
I feel B.
B?
I feel B.
Okay.
That's my gut.
Okay.
That's my gut. You know, you can see the age.
Yeah.
The experience. You can tell it's a little bit of a more genuine smile than like this one or that one, you know.
Yeah. I would
But
say
it's
that.
just obviously someone just asked him a question.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
thing, you know.
Would you like an egg in these trying times? I believe that is where this comes from.
Can I offer you an egg these trying times?
Oh, this one you want an S.
No, I say A. I say
He looks like he's about to just break down. He
That-
looks
That was the
so.
whole
A.
point.
That's him every episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's a chaos deity.
Yeah, I'm aware. This next one.
This is like the quintessential. This is like the first one that shows up in Google
Yeah.
Images, you know?
S.
S?
If it's the first one they put in Google,
Yeah. It's gotta be a good one, right?
Yeah.
It's
No,
gotta be a
the
good one.
next one.
I want this one to be S.
Yo.
Yeah, me too.
Peace sign.
What it is for me, it's the
Stoic
facial hair.
experience. Yes, he's growing the beard out. Oh, him with a beard. The equivalent of plastic surgery. Like fixing your face to be not gross.
To look like Danny DeVito.
To like for a woman just to like, you know, do all the sculpting and shit.
Yeah.
To try and make themselves look beautiful. Men, we got it easy. We just gotta figure out how to grow a beard.
Right.
Beards are magical, and by God,
For real.
magical.
Right? The next one. C.
Yeah, I'd say C. C.
Bro, we
it's-
just said C. Put it down a level!
Oh yeah. When I say C, I think middle. You know.
Because they're supposed to be an F.
Yeah, it's supposed to be A, B, C, D, B, F, but S, baby, it's golden, But yeah, I'd say C. It's pretty just meh. It's pretty meh. Pretty meh. Now this is him with a Cheeto or like a little hot dog
He's just
wiener,
puffs.
a little weenie.
Vienna sausage.
And it's like a little Vienna sausage in his mouth. Hey.
Yep.
Just him being himself, man.
This next one.
This is him pretending to be an art critic.
My gut is D.
D. Whoa. Whoa. My man.
My brother in Christ.
See.
Okay, now this next
Only
one.
C?
This next one. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, what? You chiming in here?
You think that Danny DeVito with a wig to look like some 80s mom
To look like Warhol?
is better than C?
Yes, I think it is infinitely better than the 2 pictures we have in C.
I don't know. I'd say he fits in right there.
Where do you want to put him?
Just B is fine.
B? I wanted B. I wanted B
Okay.
all along. I wanted B all along, and you said D, so I put it C. You know.
I said C.
Yeah.
I thought it.
You said D.
Yeah. The next one, S.
He is
The trash
The
man.
trash man. The trash man.
Now look, I feel like
I hate
these
it.
final 3.
These final 3 are
They're gonna
gonna. Yeah, it's honestly what's gonna. They're the last 3 for the reason.
Okay.
you know?
This first one, D.
D
That's not even
D
Danny DeVito.
is not Danny DeVito. Is not Danny DeVito. That is not Danny DeVito at all. Not even in the slightest.
Now this next one.
Not the same man.
This next one. Hear me out.
Yeah, we're hearing out.
I think B.
Yeah, I was actually gonna agree with B.
I'm the trash man.
Yeah, B.
B. Yeah,
But hear me out.
it's a little. Yeah,
Are you really
it's,
about to tell me that the Cheeto Danny DeVito is S?
Danny DeVito.
Yes.
The Cheeto.
Danny
Very much.
DeVito.
Yes.
He's a little worm. He's just a little orange worm of a man.
And look, if
there was an animated like kids show like Coco Melon, but it was Danny DeVito as a Cheeto, I would subject my child's forming brain to it.
You would do no such thing.
you're right, I would suggest I would do it to Peppa Pig so they pick up a British accent.
This is our tier list.
This is our tier list, and hope you guys enjoyed our funny medley that we had. It kind of went all over the place, as you guys saw.
Yeah. I think it's a
if you
different
like-
format. It's something new.
Exactly.
We're trying it out.
If you guys like it, like the kind of format where we do a couple in a row, let us know by leaving a like.
Yeah.
That'll help us out knowing that you guys really enjoy this. And if you disagree with any of these Danny DeVito photos, leave it in the comments.
Or Scooby-Doo, or the water
yeah.
fountains, any of
No,
it.
those are all right. They're going to disagree with this one the most.
Oh, are they now?
Yes.
Are they now?
Yes.
Bold statement. Bold statement.
I
It's
know.
okay. We'll fist fight them.
Exactly.
We'll fist fight them.
You'll be in the next video if you don't watch it.
Exactly.
I will not fist fight you. I will lose.
She will cheer us on.
Yeah. Or we murder you.
In the back alleyway of a Denny's.
Exactly.
Imagine seeing this in the back alleyway of a Denny's.
Bro, you know you walked into the wrong neighborhood.
Look, Morty, it's me. I'm Cheeto. I'm Danny DeCheeto.
And I think with that, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.